Today's one of my favorite types of videos to make for you guys because it's barely planned, barely scripted. I just want to sit down and organically research and create designs for one of the biggest niches of October. So let's get right to it. This process I'll be showing you is my personal approach. There's infinite ways to go about this, but I have made over 100,000 print-on-demand sales, and I can tell you this works. At least it works for me. So the first thing we're going to be doing is jumping into our research tool because it's so much easier to make sales if you're selling things people are actively buying. We're going to use Podly for this video. I've always prioritized researching on Amazon. Podly does a great job of doing that. I'm going to click log in, and it should take me here to the research tool. By the way, this is linked in the description if you want to follow along. And then on the left-hand side, let's assume we don't know what niches are coming up. I'm just going to click calendar, okay? And I'll zoom in a little bit. So we can see the September niches. Why don't we look out at least to October? And now we've got a ton of niches. Some are, of course, bigger than others. I was thinking, how about Breast Cancer Awareness Month? If you guys saw my video from last week, Amazon merch dropped new product colors, and they've got a few new pinks. They've got like 2 new pink t-shirts and a new pink in the hoodie, which to me means, hey, opportunity. If you didn't know, Breast Cancer Awareness Month in October, the predominant color is pink. So I think we can maybe take advantage of the new colors to make some sales there. So we're going to go now to product research and then click merch database. I might zoom out just a little bit. There we go. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to type in breast cancer awareness. Podly has a massive product database, okay? If you're wondering why I'm using them, because I don't know any tool that has a bigger product database. So when we're doing our deep dives into a specific niche, and you should do this for multiple niches, I'm just showing you breast cancer awareness, but it really pays to have access to all of the sub niches, right? Parent niche, breast cancer awareness, sub niche, everything that we're going to look at in this video. So I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. Really what I do is I kind of just like eyeball them. You can see, pay attention to this metric right here. It's called BSR, stands for best sellers rank. It's the most valuable data point Amazon gives to the sellers because it's an indication of how well each product is selling relative to other products in that category. A BSR of, let's say, around 50,000 by my estimates is probably making daily sales. If it's at 100,000, it might be making a sale every other day. It's updated in real time, and no 2 products can have the same BSR at any given time, right? Like there's only one number 1 bestseller, right? And it just kind of counts up from there. If a product has no BSR, that means it's never sold, okay? So I just wanted to get that out the way so we're all on the same page. What Podly does though, they will put all of the products in order by BSR. I forgot to mention that if you go to the calendar and we go back to October, you can click breast cancer awareness. It'll take you to Amazon and show you a bunch of products. What it won't do is order them by BSR. So it's not as useful. I want to know like how well are these products selling? So Podly's actually doing that for us. So next, I'm actually going to write some of these down. Now I did say I was going to do some design for you as well. And this is truly how I operate, right? I've been doing this for closer to 8 years now than 7. Okay. So it's been a long time. Like I said, over 100,000 sales. No need to reinvent the wheel. This is what works for me. And hey, you guys get to see it right now on YouTube for free. So do me a favor, hit that like button if you're liking what you've seen so far. So the first one says, in October, we wear pink. I'm probably not going to open all of these up to Amazon, but I wanted to show you, I've got Notepad up right here. And I like to just write them down, okay? So I might say like breast cancer awareness and then just do like this, okay? So in October, we wear pink. And then I might put like a parentheses. These are just notes to myself. And I'll say fists. You know what I mean? So I at least know like the graphic that was used was fists. Doesn't mean I'm going to use a fist graphic. Just means, hey, note to myself. But the real, to me, value is the text, in October, we wear pink. Write this down or just remember it. If you put text in a design, then you should put it in your title. Okay? And when you do that, because we're using Podly, we already know that people are actively buying these shirts. That implies people are typing it into Amazon's search bar up here, okay? And if they're typing in October, we wear pink into the search bar, and then you've got it in your title, so Amazon knows that's what you're selling, and it's in your design, so the person who searched it actually wants to buy it. It's like the trifecta, right? They searched it, You told Amazon that's what you're selling, so Amazon shows it to the customer. Then the customer sees your design, they see the text in it, and hopefully they buy it. I mean, it's not like a guaranteed thing, but it helps really simplify what we're aiming to do. So in October, We Wear Pink is actually the first. It's the second. The third is like a pink ribbon. I'll just put it in parentheses again. Pink ribbon with flower. Next one, in October, We Wear Pink plus breast cancer awareness. Next one, I think it's from like Juneteenth and Black History Month. I recognize it. It says, they whispered to her, you can't withstand the storm. She whispered back, I am the storm. So just personal preference, like that's a lot of text. And the way I typically do my designs or my approach that I wanted to share in this video, it's too much text. So I'm going to skip that one. This says save second base. So that makes sense. Save second base. And I'll put baseball. Save the bees, or save the boo bees. Save the boo bees. Bees. I wear pink for myself. My scars tell a story. They are a reminder of the time when life tried to break me but failed. Breast cancer awareness. So again, it's kind of long, but I wear pink for myself. And then, you know, this sometimes you can use your discretion, guys. Like, we don't need to like carbon copy these. We shouldn't carbon copy these. I'll show you again how I'll go about designing. By the way, if you've been subscribed to me for any amount of time, or you have a feel for my personality, like I really maximize efficiency. So when you see the design aspect, hopefully you see why I'm kind of talking you through how I look at the research aspect, because I want to tailor it to me being able to create quality designs without spending too much time on them at the same time. So what I'm saying is I wear pink for myself, and then I may like add this where I say something like breast cancer survivor. You know what I mean? And I don't know if I'll add that to the design, or at least probably the SEO though, right? The search engine optimization. Next one is We Wear Pink. In October, We Wear Pink. Okay, so I'm looking at the ghost now right here. It says in October, We Wear Pink, breast cancer awareness. So we've seen that, but maybe I'll go up here and just say ghosts, another dancing skeletons with pink ribbons. I don't know how I feel about that one. We Fight Together. That's a good one. We Fight Together. Tackle breast cancer. This is how I would really do it, guys. I won't go through all of these, but I did just want to show you an example of how I would do it. So most people never meet their heroes. I wear pink for my mom. So that's not a bad one either. Just a lot of text. I don't know if I'd be able to jam that in the way that I normally like to do it. I mean, I guess I could, yeah. Most people never meet their heroes. Sorry if you can hear my keyboard, by the way. I was raised by mine. I was raised by mine. And then breast cancer awareness. It might take me too long to make that design. I don't want this video to go too long. Support squad, just cure it. So something like just cure it, guys, with the Nike, like the fake Nike logo. I would not upload that myself, so I'm not going to do it in this video. Cheer for the cure. There's a lot of ones, man. Cheerleader. Support squad, that's always a big one, I feel like. Also, just for the sake of the video, I'm not going to trademark search these, but that would definitely be a part of the process. Before you start designing, you would run this list through the USPTO. Okay, so don't skip that step. Cool boys wear pink. That's the last one. How about that? Cool boys wear pink. All right. In October, we wear pink. Pink out. Yeah. Okay, good. Next step, we need to create some designs. Now, I have this queued up as like a design template. If you've heard me say this before, I love using templates. Templates to me represent efficiency, okay? And all you can see right now is a graphic, but when I say template, I've got some curved text above, some flat text below. Now I'm just gonna plug in the various, you know, text from my research and make my own versions of these breast cancer awareness themed designs, okay? If you're wondering where I got the graphic, I got it from Creative Fabrica. They have many breast cancer awareness print-on-demand ready graphics. I'll link to Creative Fabrica in case you're not already using them, but you can join for as low as like $4 a month. They also have fonts. So if you're wondering where I got this font, it is called Cherish Moment. It's one that I've used a lot in the past. I literally have a list of my favorite fonts. It's not a long list because it doesn't need to be long. Like there's no bonus points for using a bunch of different fonts. If you find ones that you like and that work, just use them. So anyways, this is one that I've used many times called Cherish Moment. Okay, together, I use that font and that graphic, And I've got a nice little template here to make some breast cancer awareness designs. The last thing I did not want to forget to show you is that I would also go to Amazon merch and I want to grab this pink color and use it as a background. Okay. If I want to optimize designs for this color, then I do in fact want to add it as a background here in Photoshop. I've been using Photoshop for over 20 years, so a lot of times I do like to just jump in here because I'm very comfortable, as you would expect after 20 years. So I can make now a version of this design for pink if I need to make any changes to optimize it for pink, and then I can make one for black. And if I wanted to, I could also make one for white. So what I might actually do is use the little like eyedropper tool here and just show you guys how I would go about doing this. I would do a blending option, color overlay, and then I would select that color pink to match it to the graphic, copy the layer style, and that way I'll be able to paste the layer style just like that. You guys see what I'm doing here? Because on Amazon merch, if you're in the higher tiers where you can afford to spend some of your upload slots doing this, I would make a white only version of this design where the text is pink. Then I can just easily select both text, clear the layer style, okay, wherever that's hiding from me, right there, and then make an optimized version for, let's just say pink and black. We'll combine those in the same, okay? So I'm walking you through, this is exactly how I would actually do it. That's why I'm not wasting these words. This is what I would actually tell you if we were on like a one-on-one call or something like that, right? Okay, so in October, we wear pink. So I might make one version, by the way, that just says breast cancer awareness, because I feel like that's low-hanging fruit. And I would literally just tag it as like breast cancer awareness shirt, breast cancer awareness 2024, right? You might be like, but why? What's the 2024 element? And sometimes it's just a way of like separating yourself a little bit in terms of search engine optimization, so you're not competing with all the previous designs because they're not going to be indexed on 2024. Okay, so the next obvious one is in October, we wear pink. So I'd probably say in October, and then down here, we wear pink. How hard was that, guys? Boom, another design is done. It was that simple. And as I mentioned, I would then go paste the layer style. Okay, this is how I'd actually do it. And then I've got my white version. Okay, so again, by the way, when I download them, I'm turning off the background, saving as a transparent PNG, as you would expect. I'll actually do that and show you really quickly so you believe me and see how this actually looks when it's done. So 1 second. So you guys can see here, we've got the white version uploaded only to the white t-shirt. I recommend that just so that it doesn't mix in other colors. Keep it simple, like that way also less choice for the customer. So hopefully that increases the conversion rate. And then I'll jump over here, make one more listing, okay? And let's just select the pink real quick. And then I will upload the other version that I said I was gonna export, okay? And it is optimized for pretty much, I would say, all of the non-white colors. So it's my choice whether or not to only make it available in like the pink heather or the red heather, which looks pretty pink to me. I did say that, these are new colors, so I'm thinking outside the box and I do want to leverage that. So if I'm being completely honest with you, I would, in fact, turn off all the other colors and only upload it to pink heather. And then I might even, I'm in a really high tier in Amazon merch, I'd probably upload it to black with all the other colors selected, minus white as well. And just to illustrate this, because I did mention it earlier, there's a new pink color in the hoodie. So I would also go ahead and be utilizing this as well, hopefully to my advantage. Okay, so something like this. And if anybody's wondering, I do have access to tumblers, so I could go ahead and make the tumbler. But the one thing is I'd have to duplicate the design in, Photoshop or whatever I'm using, because it is, where's the preview? Where'd the preview go? Right there. So you see, now we've got it in October, we wear pink tumbler as well. But let's get back to the design aspect. I did mention I would show you guys some of the designs or my design approach. I know the video is getting kind of lengthy though, so maybe we just do a few. In October, we wear pink. We did that. Oh, and then it says plus breast cancer awareness, remember? So now what I can do is duplicate this bottom layer, okay? And then underneath, maybe we could breast cancer awareness, and then we're gonna have to downsize that text, okay? By the way, I do recommend like trying to keep your I don't know if aspect ratio is the exact way of phrasing it, but the text right here was 400 point. So the text underneath it, I did 200. So it's like a direct 50%. So the ratio doesn't look off. You know what I mean? It's not like a random smaller piece of text. It's like literally 50%. And it just so happened to line up really nicely right there as well. So I made that note to myself so I would follow my notes. In October, we wear pink. In October, we wear pink plus breast cancer awareness. The next one said like save second base. I could go find like a baseball graphic to integrate, or I could honestly just, you know, utilize that as well. I mean, I get the reference, right? From when we were kids. Save the boo bees. That one makes sense with bees. I wear pink for myself. So something like I wear pink. And then underneath, for myself, breast cancer survivor. This is where it's kind of like use your discretion about the bottom part. Like, it doesn't need to say breast cancer survivor. It could just say I wear pink for myself. And I think that probably makes more sense. But I would include breast cancer survivor in my SEO, my search engine optimization. I always really prioritize like really good titles that have the main, you know, phrases that I think someone's typing into the search bar that's going to buy my product. The last thing I would say is like, if I'm actually selling this shirt right here, this design that we're looking at, I'm going to make the design bigger before I would export it, because I like to make big, bold, easy to read designs that really pop in search results. And on Amazon merch, since we don't really get to play around with them too much once the design's uploaded, that is something I recommend as well. Anybody that's been subscribed for a while has heard me say that though, so might as well say it again, right? Thanks for checking out this video, guys. If you found it helpful, please let me know in the comments. Also hit that like button, let the YouTube algorithm know. Subscribe if you're not already. Check out Podly and Creative Fabrica. Both are going to be linked at the top of the description. The font that I was using was called Cherish Moment. Do recommend writing that one down for specific niches. I thought it was fitting for this one. Anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon with another new video.